gentlemen, your host for tonight's show.
Here, I'll break it over your. I'll break it over your head.
Ladies and gentlemen,
You're a real crumb bum.
See, these guys are all the same.
With filthy mouths and bad attitudes.
The Crumb Show.
Play every word of it, Crumb.
I come walking out of a bar with a prostitute.
You can't just lie and cheat and break the rules you don't like.
Get away from me, you crumb.
Friggin' wise ass.
Who are these crumbs?
Some shady characters.
You're a goddamn disgrace.
Put that on camera, Crumb.
Welcome to the Crumb Show.
Welcome to the Crumb Show. I'm Fats Ciccarella. This is Jesse Marchese, Chris Reynolds, and Jerry Joe Pesci.
Here at the Crumb Show, we get into the crumb side of life. We're all crumbs in one way or another, so let's laugh about it and have a good time. So what's going on with you crumbs this week?
That's a holiday week.
Yeah, Merry Christmas. Happy holidays. Kwanzaa, Hanukkah.
Yeah.
All that bullshit.
Whatever you believe in. Hey, whatever floats your boat.
Yeah.
Happy take all my money. Yeah. Give me nothing in return day.
Here's your socks.
Yeah, Chris
Yeah,
still has a daughter that's Santa Claus age, so he gets fucked in the ass.
Did you break the news to her yet?
of course.
You did? She doesn't believe in Santa?
Nope.
How old?
What?
I'm just kidding.
Is she still little?
Like, I do what everybody does. I'm like, I bought that. Santa got you that little ornament tree over there.
He gets the shit gifts. I get you the good shit.
Right.
Once my kids didn't believe in Santa, I used to always tell them, like, if I bought Junior or Nikki something, like, expensive, I'd be like, say it was like, an Xbox, and it was like $300. I would average that out, like, how many hours I have to work. Like, I had to work 15 fucking hours for that, so that's your gift,
Well, she has an older brother, so I am worried a little bit about him getting angry one day and saying something, because they're brother and sister. So even though he's a little older, they still fight because he teases her and she gets mad and I don't know. So eventually she's gonna obviously find out, but it'll never be from me.
Yeah, somebody's gonna spill the beans to her, and that sucks when that day comes.
Well, hey, I don't have to do it. I'm not doing it, so I don't worry about it. It's not gonna be my fault.
I found out. It's
well, it was only 2 years ago.
Yeah, it was heartbreaking, man. It was heartbreaking.
Well, my kids were at that age where they really didn't believe in it, but they didn't want to stop believing in it.
Right.
And all the presents now are electronics and shit like that. It's not like
I didn't even bother me to
goofy
find out
shit.
Santa wasn't real.
But
I was like, I'm gonna get presents anyway. I was just not from Santa.
Well, when they started questioning it, like Santa Claus can't make a PlayStation or an Xbox.
Yeah.
Like, there's no Santa Claus. That's when you have to.
What? There's no Japanese elves?
That's when you gotta hit him with the logic of of course Santa Claus can't make this. He has to buy it. But who do you think's paying for it? I get a bill every month for your Christmas.
Yeah.
So you have to be good.
Ain't nothing free, kid.
That's right.
But I was kind of the same way. Like what you just said about your kid, like they want to believe. I remember when I knew for sure there wasn't a Santa, but in my head I was telling myself, it's not true. It's not true. He's real.
Right.
And I think I was like 13, dude. That's kind of old.
Yeah.
I was young because we had an older brother who ruined it for us, and he ruined it for him, which in turn ruined it for me. So
I don't remember that.
I was more upset to find out that Henry, like the Fonz, was not like that in real life. To find out Henry Winkler was not like the Fonz. That fucked my whole head up more than Santa not real, because you kind of figure that shit out.
He's a nerd.
A lot of times, I feel like kids like keep the Santa thing alive because they're like, well, I'm gonna get more presents if I tell them I don't believe in Santa, and they're gonna be like, well, I'm only gonna get him a couple things, and I want more presents. So
right.
Santa's supposed to bring you some, and Mom and Dad's supposed to give you some.
Keep the lie going.
Right. Mm-hmm. But with Henry Winkler not really being the Fonz, that's a whole other thing. But like, that really hurt me.
I felt that way when I found out he wasn't Italian. I thought he was, thought Arthur Fonzarelli was Italian, not Henry Winkler, who people say Henry Winkler's the nicest guy in Hollywood.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah,
sure he's a sweetheart.
I never got nothing against the guy, but he, it was a devastating time.
Well, he just said he ruined Christmas for you.
We didn't ruin Christmas. I know. I didn't say that. I said I was more upset to find out about that than Santa wasn't real.
See, I got that Henry Winkler ruined Christmas and molested you. That's what I got out of it. I'm sorry.
You know, it's weird when you said you got.
He made me get a tattoo of Roy Orbison.
That was a good one.
Boom, boom. It's kind of weird when you said you were mad when you found out he wasn't Italian. You think that's an Italian? Because I think that way a lot too. Like, like I want my barber to be Italian. I want this. Like, is that an Italian thing?
Yeah, because a guy at my job said that exact same thing. He said everybody but his accountant's Italian.
Yeah, because like I don't see other nationalities doing that.
That's because you're a spoiled guinea brat. Now
guess.
go kill somebody like your father. Yeah, no, I dig it. It's a cultural thing.
Yeah.
Pretty much, yeah. But as far as thinking things, or I thought Jesus was Italian. When I was a kid, I asked my grandmom, "Is Jesus Italian?" And she said no. And I was like, "Oh, I always thought he was." And she said, "No, I did too when I was little." So
It just looks like he sings in the Bee Gees.
Yeah.
Look at the picture.
Which is actually like there was a pope, and that was like his son, and they used the image of him, and we've always just used that image of.
That's where the brown hair, white skin comes from.
Because Jesus is not white.
Yeah, it's almost impossible for him to be white, right? It's like
100%.
Like nothing adds up for him to be white.
No, well, nothing adds up in the whole Bible,
Yeah.
but that part.
We're not getting into
What are we talking about here?
But
And what fucks me up about that is that people won't accept that.
Yeah.
That's some crumb shit.
Yeah.
That you won't accept the facts that regardless of what picture you looked at your whole life, that's not what Jesus looked like. And people won't.
No.
It's like, oh, yes, it is.
But being as woke as the world is right now, like you'd think that would change. You'd think they would start making images of how Jesus is supposed to look like.
They do. They had them for years. They're
it's
in the
not-
basement of the Vatican.
Right. But
They
it's
all
not.
been taken away and hidden. So
Yeah, I heard the same thing. But why isn't it popular now? Like you'd think that would be a thing now. Like you know what I mean?
I don't have the name of the guy, but it was some pope's Benedict, maybe, I don't know. But anyway, I'm not even going to try to guess. But it was his son, and that's what they used, his image.
Right.
And it just became a thing.
Huh.
That's weird. You know what I pictured Jesus
Which is some crumb
to look
shit.
like? And I would like to make a movie or a TV show about it. Just putting it out there. Netflix, hit us up. Remember the TV show The League?
Yep. I know
Ah,
you were
great
going-
show.
Did you?
Great
Knew
show.
100%.
Rafi? I
Oh,
forget
he's
his name.
amazing.
God,
Jason?
He's amazing.
Jason Mousaklis? I think he's actually Greek.
He's funny.
Rafi from The League as modern day fucking Jesus
Yeah,
would be a fucking hit.
Yeah.
And you heard it on here, so if I see this shit happening somewhere 5 years from now, I'm going to sue you.
Yeah. We all are.
Did you ever watch?
You're not, I am.
Oh, buddy, this is
I
a
just
show.
came up with the idea.
This is a show now, so whatever piece you get, we all get a little something.
Yo, did you
might
ever
have
see
to
Black
tell him.
Jesus? Did you ever watch the show?
Yes, great show.
Amazing show.
Yeah, Chris just killed my fucking idea. Thanks.
Thanks, Chris.
Sorry.
Full
Jesus.
circle.
Finally thought we were out.
Yo, listen. Every show has a movie, and everything has an imitator.
Yeah, it's true.
So
It's true.
you can put out like I just saw. I was looking through because I like shitty horror movies. So I'm looking through. I'm like, in 2022, 2021, they're making a movie, Bloody Summer Camp.
Yeah.
This like all these like retro style that are just copies of everything else, and they're putting them out there. Obviously, somebody picked them up and they're making money, so it doesn't matter.
You like bad horror movies and shit? I'm going to give you a recommendation right now.
All right,
It's on the Gas Digital Network,
got you.
which is also on YouTube. And
I know the gas station.
okay, it's Zach. You know Zach Amico?
No.
Hilarious comedian,
Yeah, he's
fucking one of the best roasters in the country. He hosts some shit on the Gas Digital called Zach Amico's Midnight Spook Show. I kind of think it might be like Mystery Science Theater 3000, but I heard other comedians say it's real funny.
I'll check
it out.
The Rosa does one too.
The Rosa has We'll See You in Hell. It's on Patreon though.
Yeah.
You know, respect, trying to get that money.
There's some.
Shout out Joey Rose's, 174 West Rivington Street, East Village, New York. Great sandwiches.
Yeah. I gotta get up there, dude. I wanted one so bad.
Tell him you should take a trip, man.
Because he knows the deal. You know what I mean? When it
He
comes to
knows what
sandwich.
we like.
Yeah, he knows
from-
what I want.
yeah.
That's for sure. You know.
Yeah. Well, he's from the area,
Yeah.
10 minutes away, so he likes the same bread we like. He likes the same salty Italian meats in his mouth that we like.
And you know what he does? Like, I just found this out recently. New York cuts their roll all the way through.
Yeah, the
He
V
still
cut.
does the V cut.
Oh,
in
he
New
does.
York, he does it there.
Oh, he does it the way we do it.
the
Oh,
way
okay. Yeah,
Philly
yeah,
does it.
okay.
Yeah.
I got you.
So we could save a 2-hour trip and go to Lou's. Shout out Lou's.
Yeah,
Love
how
you.
about it?
Yeah, 411 or something like that. East Main Street, Norristown, PA. The originator of the fucking Zepp.
Right.
Yeah, I get arguments all the time. People talk about the Zepp is from Conshohocken or the Zepp is from here. I'm like, no, it's
Yeah.
a Norris. There's a Wikipedia page that'll tell you the Zepp is from Norristown, PA.
It's the home of the Zepp.
Don't
It
you
is.
hate when these fucking mingies they'll try to argue it when you know
Right.
you're you know what I
That's
mean?
all we got.
I
We're
know.
gonna
Leave us
take
the
that.
fuck alone.
Home of the Zepp and the $1.50 BJs.
Yeah.
Can't take that shit away.
Yeah, even Biden can't raise those prices.
That's right.
Oh.
So what else? Anybody see any Crumb shit? You were telling me about some Crumb story of
Yeah.
some shit you read.
Yeah, I was reading about this guy. I don't know how to think about him. I mean, in a way, he is a crumb. Some might high five him. Some might say he's a crumb. There's a guy by the name Randy Jeffries. Now, Randy Jeffries is a 97-year-old man right now. He fathered over 800 children.
Jesus Christ.
But that's not the crazy part of the story. It's how this happened.
How'd it happen?
Back in the 50s and the 60s, he was a milkman.
Oh, shit.
And he would deliver milk. Now, you got to remember, this time, these guys, these ladies that he was delivering to, their husbands were away at war. I guess Korea was going on then, and then Vietnam was starting around then. So none of their husbands were home. So he would deliver milk to them. He'd get friendly. First, it started out with pies and like snacks and stuff like that, cookies and stuff.
Right.
And they loved conversation with him. You know what I mean?
Those pies turned to cream pies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then he started, boom, boom, he started banging them.
There's an old movie, The Postman Always Rings Twice.
Yeah.
The Milkman rings twice, too.
How about it? So, yeah, he started banging these chicks, and then got them pregnant, right? So, and then the dudes, the husbands would come home. They didn't tell him like, yo, I was fucking around to the milkman. These people raised these kids thinking they were his kids. This guy's 97 years old. Just found out this information that he has 800 kids.
Wait, where were all the husbands
800 kids?
They were away at war.
fuck outta here.
It's proven. It's DNA tested. I can send you the link.
So this was in the
I need that link.
50s.
The 50s and 60s.
So probably like the Korean War
Korean- or
on the
Vietnam.
West Coast.
Weren't you listening?
Vietnam, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm listening.
So he finds out, and he's 97 years old now. He thought he was sterile this whole time because he's married and has no children with his wife.
Wow.
But he thanks the Lord that he was able to father 800 children.
Yeah, of course he didn't have no babies with his wife. He was too tired from fucking all day to go home and fuck this old cow.
He dodged 800 child support fucking payments, too.
But that is crazy to think about.
ridiculous.
800 plus
That's
children.
how many.
DNA tested.
That's how many he got pregnant.
Yeah.
Imagine how many he didn't. He's probably got Wilt Chamberlain numbers.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Must have been a good-looking fella.
Yeah.
You know?
What was his name?
Randy Jeffries.
Randy Jeffries.
97 years old. So
We know one of your kids are listening. Shout out
Yeah.
Randy Jeffries.
And,
we don't know if you're a crumb or not, but
I want to know
they're
how
pretty
many
good numbers.
I want to know how many of his kids have fucked and didn't even know they were brother and sister. If they got
Oh my
800
God, I
fucking,
didn't even
and
think
then-
about that.
Because it's the
In the
same,
same
fucking,
area?
It's the same
Yeah.
area.
That's just his
800.
route.
That's why I said
Wow.
I call bullshit. Then there's 800 fucking mixed kids, all like inbred kids,
Inbred
all
kids,
over.
like the
no wonder
Whitakers.
there's no wonder our society's going down. All these goddamn
But his milk
inbred
route
kids.
couldn't have been that big.
Yeah, his milk route ain't that big.
Like for one
Yeah.
town. Like
yeah.
for a
I mean, how much
town.
milk are you doing? Right?
In a town, though.
It was in San
What-
Diego.
What is
San
he?
Diego, California.
What's he like?
Got 800 kids. He was delivering a lot of fucking milk.
Yeah, he was.
What was he like going town to town selling milk? Like
I think it was just one town.
right. in one town, 800
He
kids.
thought he was a traveling milk salesman.
Traveling milk salesman. Like, I got chocolate, I got whatever, and I got a little extra cream for you if you're nice to me. Give me a couple of snacks.
That's crazy. Like their whole elementary school must have been his.
Yeah, but the part that gets me mad is that the government forgave him from all being liable from any child support.
Probably
anything
because
like
he's 97. Them kids are fucking grown.
But dude, there's guys that owe like $150,000. Now I don't know if they might be deadbeats. There's a lot of deadbeat dads out there.
No doubt.
But whether they are or not, they still owe that money until they die. The government's going to come after you. You know, they'll take your license, they'll lock you up. This guy's just forgiven for 800 children.
He loved some pussy, right? We agree on that.
It sure seems like it.
That's the 800 kids that he knows about that were tested. Now, there's a shitload that he don't know about that weren't tested.
Yeah,
Right.
people that didn't do that
You know what I mean?
DNA shit.
And honestly, Randy, hats off to you because he served his country while all them men were at home.
He was keeping their old ladies home.
Now, how
Yeah.
many of them guys didn't come home?
That's called a Jody.
You know?
The guy that's banging the soldier's wives is called a Jody.
How fucked up is that for the chick? Your husband's fighting for the country, and you're out. You can't wait a little bit for save it for when he comes home.
Women
what are we
are
doing here?
Women, they can't be trusted.
Oh man, I got that.
Just
That really burns me up, man. That burns.
Did that really
me up.
grind your gears?
That grinds my gears.
I hear you.
But no, seriously though, like people are crumbs.
Yeah.
People are women. We've already discussed this. Women can be just as crummy as men. We always get
absolutely.
we always get the shit under the stick, and all men are the same. But then you hear stories of this milkman going around,
Just dishing
slinging fucking,
right?
slinging shots of milk to all the fucking ladies in town. Where did you get this article? What was the name of the
All right, hold on.
publication for
Hold
this
on.
article?
Let's talk about the allure. What was the guy's name?
Randy Jeffries.
Let's talk about
Randall.
the allure of Randy Jeffries.
Yeah.
Right? Did you see a picture of the guy when he was young?
No.
Okay. There has to be something. Okay?
Right.
I mean, the chicks in his town could not have been that horny. There could not have been that many sluts in the 50s and 60s. This guy either had a fucking piece
fucking hung like
hanging
a-
down to his fucking knee.
He's packing 910.
Right.
He was like
Yeah.
showing him how long his fucking tongue was.
Yeah.
Or
both.
Or he could have been, a super good looking dude, smooth and suave, silver tongue, devil type of shit.
800 children. Let's say a little bit of column A, little column B, little column C.
You think he had like one pickup line, and then as he's putting his mailbag down, he's like, "Works every time.
Yeah,
works like a."
I'm hung like a
Works
cow.
like a charm. Well,
They're in that-
it was back in the 50s, so it was like, works like a charm.
They're saying?
His bag down.
They're in the house like 2 minutes, and the chick's like pouring milk all over her titties, and just, like he's getting like that. I don't know. That's how I picture.
Yeah,
That's
you're
what I
getting me
picture.
hard.
Chris
That's what I picture.
a 50s, 60s scene and turned it into like the 80s. Yeah,
I wonder if
Randy
he-
Jeffries.
How else are they? How else was he supposed to know they were interested?
Right.
Look,
Let me show you what I could do with this milk. You know.
Yeah.
800 chicks, right? So
800 chicks.
800 kids. I'm sure a couple of them were a couple in one day, right?
Yeah, yeah.
So like, I wonder when he went home if his wife was like, one little action. If he was like, "Oh, I'm just tired, babe."
Nah, I'm too tired. I just said that.
His
Yeah.
fucking
Tired.
dick was reeking. She didn't know.
Well, it was the 50s. I'm sure. Yeah, I'm sure they didn't wash like they do.
What was
Yeah,
the
she
name of
could
this
have.
publication?
She could have been all over him. You didn't read all the way down in the article. He said he couldn't have any relations with his wife, and his wife said every time I tried to have sex with him, he smacked the shit out of me, and nobody cared because it was the 50s and 60s.
She was fucking the mailman.
But yeah, I thought I'd bring that up. I thought that was a crazy story. It blew
It's
my mind, dude.
ridiculous.
And like, I didn't believe it at first. I was like, "There's no way." But then when it said it was DNA proven by the FBI is involved with it. I don't know why or how,
Yeah.
but they tested him.
Yo, that DNA shit. They caught a serial killer because of that.
Yeah, was it the BTM or BT whatever?
Nah, I don't think it was BTK. It was a different one.
It was one of them famous ones.
Yeah, it was
Green
yeah.
River. I don't know, one of them.
I forget, but that's how they caught him with the DNA.
Yeah.
because the
It was like a 23andMe or something, wasn't
Yeah,
it? Yeah.
every once in a while, the FBI
but them dudes
would go
were
in there.
them dudes were well before the 23andMe. Any of them dudes were like the BTK.
Yeah, but it was like it was one of her.
I know, and if you would have let me finish talking,
Yeah.
I would have got that out before, and you wouldn't have to cut me off to get your thought out.
Jesus, what are we doing here? It's supposed to be a professional
Hit
show,
your
ladies
button.
and gentlemen. I'm sorry.
Hit your button.
You're a real crumb bum.
Sorry.
Yeah,
cut,
you are.
Cut that out.
You're a real crumb bum.
Yeah.
No, but the FBI will search all these 23andMe and all those databases with the information they have,
Right.
and it's pinged up that one of these family members had the same DNA as one of the famous serial killers.
Yeah, it was like a cousin or something, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, now for me. Back
Chris's
to me.
turn to talk,
Back
everybody.
To me again. I don't know. I said what I had to say. Actually,
He's just an attention whore. He just wants the attention on him. So let's look at Chris for a minute or two.
Yeah, he
Put the
has-
camera on
He
him.
has a good Crumb story.
Close up on Chris.
Since it's holiday season. He has a good Christmas Crumb story.
yeah.
You do look jolly today.
You know.
You got a Christmas crumb story?
Yeah, you know. I know my stepdad. I won't name his. I'll just say he's my stepdad. Biggest crumb I ever met.
How big was
Biggest
he?
crumb. I mean, he was the. See, all right. Real quick, before I get started, we were talking about what a crumb is.
Let me get comfortable for this one.
And I think some of us, on one side of the Crumb's life is a guy that, like I think you were saying, he's an asshole, but you don't really mind.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. A crumb is that person that everybody else thinks is an asshole, but he doesn't bother you.
Right.
He's pretty cool around you. Don't bother you too much.
Right.
He's a crumb.
And then you got the other side of the Crumb world where it's like my stepdad who is like just not a good person, just like a crumb of society. So like, let me give you an example. I think I was like 17 or I was 16. So I was kind of old. I didn't really need to have Christmas. Once you get 16, 17, 18, it's not really a big deal at Christmas. We don't talk about Santa or whatever. But, you exchange gifts. But
Right.
so I didn't really care. But what I got, the problem is, like, he asked me for my Marlboro Miles. Right? And he kept asking me for my Marlboro Miles. I smoke Marlboro. He didn't even smoke Marlboro. So I'm giving him all my Marlboro Miles all year. And I'm like, yeah, I don't want any Marlboro. I'm like, we're not down south. I'm not wearing like Marlboro jackets, hats, and
Mr. NASCAR.
I mean, I'll take a lighter maybe. That'd be cool. But whatever. I'm like, I don't care. He's like, all right. He's like, oh, good. I don't care. I'll take all your Marlboro. But then Christmas came around. We exchanging gifts. I opened up my gifts. First thing's a Marlboro T-shirt. Next thing's a Marlboro hat. Next thing's a bag. And I'm like, oh, thanks, and I'm like, so how crummy is that? Like give this guy my Marlboro Miles, and that's what I get for Christmas. I paid for my own Christmas
Bought
present.
yourself a Marlboro coat.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
He
though.
might
I
have
gotta
paid
give
for
it
the.
to him.
He might have sprung for the shipping and handling, but I think he borrowed $20 from me the week before or something for some reason.
Did he do the Pepsi points too?
No,
Yeah,
I mean,
no.
I never gave him point. I never gave him any of my things.
You can't knock the hustle.
Hey, some people are like, oh, at least because there's some haters that no matter what I'm going through, they're going to be on the other side of it. They're like, oh, at least you got something.
It's the thought.
It was
that
the
counts.
thoughts that counts. No,
No, I
there was
agree.
no
No,
thought
it
put
wasn't.
behind that.
I
He
agree
thought
with
about it.
He thought
He thought about it. He's like, hey, fuck
Right.
this kid.
Yeah. You know what I say about
Tired of
that?
paying for this rotten kid all my life.
You're a real crumb bum.
That's right.
Amen. That was good.
So what do you think about that?
That's definitely crummy, man. That's definitely crummy. And that's low too.
Yeah.
Especially you're a stepkid, man. You should be impressing you.
Closer.
I mean,
You should be impressing you.
I could every week
Yeah, it's
from
gonna
here
be a
on out.
segment.
I'm going to tell you another. I have enough Crumb stories about this dude that I could last forever. I mean, literally, I wrote down 2 pages of them, and on the way, I was thinking of more and more and more.
He can rant about him forever, so we're just gonna have a segment called Reynolds Rant. And we'll just tell a different Crumb story about,
I'm only going to do one. no need
Keep
to
it
keep,
fresh,
but like
you know?
that because the funny thing is like I like cigars, game cigars, and me and my brother, collect. We have like hundreds of packs, so we were doing the game points just like a Marlboro thing, and for Christmas my brother got me a game hat with my just as a joke because that he still remembers that from that.
He should have waited.
That's good.
He should have waited. I told him he should have waited, but he was like, I didn't want to do that. I was like, that would have been funny.
Yeah, and drug it out like, yo, I got you this, and that was it for a minute. Like, not even gave you nothing else, stuff behind the couch type shit. Like, because you would have snapped.
Right. Maybe a little bit.
My dad did something similar to that. My grandpa owned houses in Norristown, owned a lot of houses in Norristown, and he would rent them out to people. And when come time to evict somebody or somebody moved out, like he would keep their shit, like whatever was left in the house. And then my dad would be all over that shit. We'd be there, me, my brother, looking any clothes. They could be school clothes, tools, anything. We cleaned up on that kind of shit. Yeah, my dad went into what do you call them things? The Goodwill boxes we donate to the poor.
Oh, yeah.
Him,
the shoes.
and I'm not going to say who else, used to go around and looting them joints, and then come home with trash bags of clothes and be like, Aunt, Mark, get in here, try these on, try these jeans on, and as chubby kids, nothing's fitting. But we wore that shit to school, what I'm trying to say.
Did he ever make you squeeze in anything?
Oh, yeah, we're squeezing a lot of jeans, bro. A lot of jeans.
Put these Wranglers on.
Get your dungarees.
Yeah,
The only time we got new clothes was like Christmas time, probably, and my mom would make sure that happened, you know what I mean?
Before school for us,
Yeah.
most of the time.
But other than that, it was definitely used
Hand-me-downs.
clothes. Yeah, used clothes.
Yeah. I got lucky with the hand-me-downs because they came from two of my second cousins were chubby, but they were like preppy chubby kids. So I was getting I think it's Lacoste is with the little alligator.
Yeah, before it was cool.
Yeah, so I was getting all these preppy, cool button-ups and polos and shit.
And they wouldn't be tight on you, right?
Nah, they fit me. They were like extra large. They were a couple years older than me, so they were like extra larges and shit. Perfect for a chubby fat kid.
Nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, and then once the style, I guess once hip hop started rocking, like Tommy Hilfiger, like Grand Poobah's the one that started that shit from Brand Nubian, rocking Tommy Hilfiger and that style shit. I was ready for that because that was my old style, just wearing polos and shit. So yeah, that was cool. But I wanted to bring up something about, because I said earlier, don't knock the hustle. Jerry got a good story about that dude that was double dipping at work.
Oh, yeah. He was like a security guard, and he was on the clock to be a security guard, but then transferred jobs. Well, I'm not saying that.
Yeah, what's the difference? What are you writing a goddamn book?
I thought he been at his job.
Leave this chapter out.
He wind up transferring jobs and leaving and stopped being a security guard, but worked for the building itself.
Right.
So then 2 years goes by, and they realize they have no security guard on staff, and they really need one. So the main company's like, well, we've been paying somebody for 2 years. You have a security guard there. Well, here, since this guy left, he's now getting paid from one job and the security job that he hasn't been to in 2 years. You know what I mean?
Right.
So he was double dipping here at work, getting 2 paychecks, only doing one, and leaving them with no security guard still. So now there's a whole big stink about that.
Right.
Did he get no?
Shit.
Does he get no paycheck now?
Yeah.
Poor guy.
Yeah. Well, that's the question.
That's
is the guy a crumb? Is that crumb behavior? It's
that's definitely crumb.
double dipping. But you can't knock that hustle.
Nah, you can't.
Nah, but
You can though.
nah, you
Yeah,
can
you can
because-
if you're a fucking cop.
Well, they had an
4 blue
incident.
collar dudes here, just trying to make, just
Yeah.
a squirrel trying to get a nut.
Well, where he works, it's all women, and maybe 1 or 2 other nerdy dudes. And he works there, and they had an incident where somebody came in freaking the fuck out, and he basically didn't even do nothing. You know what I mean? So it's like you were the security guard technically at one point, and you're supposed to be.
Yeah.
As a man, ain't you supposed to even like try to protect these women anyway?
Right.
The
Trying to
fact
protect these broads.
the fact that
Serious.
nobody caught it in 2 years is just
Direct deposit, bruh.
Yeah.
so
You know what?
crazy.
The fact that nobody called him, you can't fault him for that.
If he would have went and helped that situation, the person came in
Right.
acting a crazy, acting a fool, and if he would have, straightened it out and then did his job as with the security dude, probably like a form to fill out or something, report it to somebody, he could have went on for years. Like, I see something happen, I'm going to go take care of it because I'm getting 2 checks.
Right.
All right.
You know?
I'm not
dummy.
saying I'm not saying I wouldn't do it. I'm just saying it's still a Crumb thing
Yeah.
to do.
Yeah, I agree. Crumb, but yeah, but man, that's
Okay.
pretty. It's
It's
genius
still
in a
Crumb
way.
thing because, if you want to be like a good person about it, then
Right.
you're like, well, you're taking a job away. Somebody else could have been getting a paycheck.
Right,
They
okay,
need
yeah.
a job.
I got
We
you.
got now. This guy's got 2 paychecks, not even doing 2 jobs.
Well,
it's a
you
beautiful
changed my-
thing. It's
you
America.
changed my mind.
Yeah.
I am no longer
Yeah.
a Crumb.
Thanks, Chris. You just ruined it for me. Too,
I'm
now.
kind of
Damn it.
I'm kind of a humanitarian.
It's the Christmas spirit. Chris wants to get something from Santa Claus. So he's just trying to be good,
Tired of coal.
trying to stay on that nice list.
right.
Christmas joy.
Sitting over there wearing a butt plug, trying to stay on the nice list. Who does this guy think he is? Santa knows, bruh. He sees that shit. He knows when you're naughty and he knows when you're nice.
He brought it for me last year.
So he likes when you're naughty. So maybe you will be on the nice list this year. We'll
Was
see.
it the right fit?
It's a candy cane.
It's always the right.
It's always the right fit.
It's a little.
These are just jokes, folks. Chris does not have a butt plug in, and
Or does he?
that I know of. But so any other
Tune
Crumb
into my
topics?
OnlyFans to find out.
Any other Crumb issues we need to bring up?
Well, I think we're gonna. It's not a Crumb issue, no, but real quick, I want to bring up that in the new year we're gonna be really trying to get this open mic thing at Soul Joel's, pumping.
Yeah.
We're gonna be hosting, co-host, revolving host.
Revolving
I guess you would
hosts
say.
of the open mic.
Open mics. I'll be doing it. He'll be doing it. Another guy. We're not sure of. We've never met him, but I'm sure he's good.
Yeah, and we figure most of you guys are probably in the Southeast PA area.
Soul Joel.
So, stop by on Tuesday night, 7 o'clock.
Sunnybrook. It's at Soul Joel's at
That's at
Sunnybrook in
Sunnybrook.
Pottstown, PA.
Yeah. It's right next to the Wendy's, across the
So
street from the
every
hospital.
Tuesday.
Beautiful place.
I mean, even if we're not there, go enjoy the free. It's free. They have alcohol.
Yeah.
Buy some drinks. Go sit down and watch some
Country
comedy.
line dancing Tuesday nights as well.
Yeah.
afterwards.
Yeah, check out the website. He has something going on, almost every night of the week. But the open mic is Tuesday nights at 7. And if you are in a country line, I think it's just line dancing now.
Yeah.
Because it's not just country music anymore.
Yeah.
But it might be. I don't know.
They still wear the boots, but I don't think they want to. I think it might not be country line dancing because, like you said, they'll play like
Yeah, they play a lot of
whatever.
stuff.
Full
Either
buckle
way,
bunnies.
I'll be there in my
It's
day.
$10 to get into that though. You got
Yeah, that's not
that-
free.
But the open mic is 100% free.
Yeah.
And ask yourself, why not? It's free. You want something to do? You want to take a date? Whatever. It's free.
Yeah, it's on
Check it out.
It's on Tuesday, so something to do after work.
Yeah.
Not too busy. Pop out. Check out the website. He's got comedy shows every week, every Friday, Saturday.
Facebook, whatever. He's
Sometimes
on
on
there too.
Sunday.
He posts a lot on Facebook. He's pushing that line dancing, and then he announces all the comedians that are coming
Yeah.
through. 'Cause
I've
he
seen
has-
some shows
He has
coming.
professional
Yeah.
comedians also there.
He
but-
gets some good
shows
ones.
coming.
He does get some good ones.
He gets great shows.
So yeah, but it's a good time Tuesday nights, and I want
Yeah,
to make
I've
sure
seen,
everybody knows.
Seen Sister Mary Pat's gonna be there.
Yeah,
Yeah, she's always up there. She kills apparently.
dude. They sell out every time. She sells out every time.
Yeah, is she from? Are they?
Delco.
was
Well,
gonna ask,
she's
she's local?
I think.
Hold on.
I think her
Hold on.
stick
I
is.
think we're misgendering this person.
Yeah, I don't know what I'm sorry. I don't know what to say.
It's a
So-
chick with a beard. What do you want us to do?
Right.
We don't
so
fucking know.
anyway, I think
I'm politically incorrect.
I think
But I think
I'm
it's
gonna,
it's a character.
I'm gonna but I think they are.
We're trying to be good here.
Yeah, I think they are like claim to be from Delco because they use that accent.
The accent, and I seen an Acme sweater,
and like they say
Acme
Acme, and she says it, he says it, whatever. I don't know what's going
Sister
on.
Mary Pat, whatever.
You know what's crazy?
Is it Sister Mary Pat or Aunt Mary Pat?
Aunt Mary Pat.
I thought it was Sister Aunt Mary
Pat.
Aunt Mary Pat.
You know what's crazy?
But anyway, I think that they use real quick. They claim to be from Delco, but they're not really.
It's like, so it is basically
It's a character.
of the thing. Okay. But to wrap up what Chris was saying, Soul Joel's open mic night, Tuesdays at 7. We're trying to build it up. So, stop on by. We all think you're all from the area. Come on, it's in Pottstown. But the accent, the Delco accent, which is basically our accent, but they're a little
extra.
Yeah, it's a little extra.
it's a
It's
little
just that
more-
whole East Coast Philly thing. It's getting made fun of a lot now on the different podcasts and comedians, and all the Philly comedians are all getting they're all like moving up now and getting real popular and shit. So everybody's like pointing out their accents. So now it kind of got pointed out to me, and we all do
What,
it.
that they hear it in your voice?
No, that they're pointing it out, the things that little accents we have that we don't even know we have.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah,
Like
right.
People other places they say Monday.
Yeah, we say Monday,
Tuesday, Wednesday,
Sunday.
I never knew that.
Nah.
I didn't know. I do not say water. It is fucking water.
My daughter's correct with everything, so she
Yeah.
roasts me about everything.
Yeah.
Well,
She says water.
it's too much.
Everything.
It's too much muscle movement
Memory.
to say.
Yeah.
No, not muscle memory, but like water or water.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Look,
It's
Yeah.
water. And who eats water ice?
Or
Yeah.
watermelon.
Can I have some water ice? No,
Did you
it
see-
doesn't even sound right. Water ice. I want some water ice.
Somebody has a sign somewhere that says water ice, and it's WOODER ice.
Yeah. The Phillies down in Clearwater, they have it says clear water in its boat.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Water.
But even
Sounds stupid.
we're from Norristown.
Right.
We say Norristown. When I say it in Google speak to text, it says NARSTOWN. Just because I'm saying Norristown, but it's spelled NO. It's Norris.
Right, Norris.
People
yeah,
used to
right.
make fun of me for saying Norristown.
It's Norristown.
Right, but look, this is how
They want you to say Norris.
Norristown.
This is how, like, I guess it's either that
Sorry.
accent or the area we just don't know how to read or whatever. We say Norristown, NARS town,
Right.
but there's a street, Norris Street,
right.
and people don't really say Nars Street.
Ain't that weird?
They say Norris
Yeah,
Street.
Norris.
Well, that's like the
You know?
shittiest, one of the shittiest
Yeah,
blocks
it's
in
the shittiest,
Norristown.
smallest
Like
block.
one,
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
true. There's no reason
We
to
know-
talk about it.
But that almost
I cut through there all the time.
That almost goes back to what I was saying a couple weeks ago. When I was, when people say I have wrong grammar, but like when you say them words, water, Monday, whatever, they know what you're saying. Don't correct me. You know what I mean? Like, you know what I'm saying, right? Like, you're not wrong.
Can you tell me one thing specifically that I did that you said?
Ba-dum-bum. But no, it goes back to what I'm saying. Like, just because it's not correct doesn't mean it's wrong.
I got you.
You know what I'm saying?
But like he
Yeah,
said one time, I say it because I don't want you to look stupid when you say it to somebody else.
Yeah.
I'm trying to help you out.
I mean, I'm not perfect. Believe it or not, I'm glad you're sitting down to hear that. But I make some mistakes too. But grammatic errors and the way you speak, you got to read the room.
But I think they need to get away
You
from
got,
that.
depending on who you're speaking to, yeah, you're speaking to a bunch of crumbs. Who cares? You're going to say whatever you're going to say. But when you're speaking to people that are a little more educated, you got to know.
Yeah,
You know,
I don't know.
I'm still not going to say water, but
Yeah.
Yeah.
I try to watch. You gotta read the room.
I ain't reading no room. I ain't
He don't
changing
read
You don't even
nobody.
read a book.
I don't read
How you
nothing.
reading the room?
I ain't reading a room. Yeah. Either you hear me or you don't. You know what I'm saying? This train's leaving.
Yeah, I hear you. So keep it flowing. What else? Any other crumb shit?
Nah, there's weird shit going on, but nah. I mean,
What do you say about
I don't
Corey
hear about
Feldman?
what
Yeah,
you do
like,
in the
what-
bedroom.
What were you saying about
Who's-
Corey Feldman?
Listen, when I was a kid, growing up, preteens, whatever, Corey Feldman he got a lot of good movies. You know what I mean? He made a lot of some of my favorites. You know what I mean? Lost Boys was great. You know what I mean? Dream a Little Dream was one of my childhood favorites. But
yeah, I remember you had all them 16 magazines with him and
You had
two Corys
he had,
hanging
he had
in
a
your room
picture
and
of,
shit.
yeah, with the mouth holes cut out.
Yeah.
You and your
Yeah.
brother were the Frog Brothers for like 10 years.
who's paying to see this fucking guy perform?
Yeah, I did see a video.
Oh well, no,
of
he's
him
been in a
singing
band
somewhere.
dude. He's been in a band for a long time.
It's fucking
Yeah.
horrible, man. I watch it just to laugh.
Somebody.
He's a fucking
somebody
asshole.
like-
He really is.
He
dude.
is.
Really. I mean, look,
Somebody's
he
paying.
had a fucked up upbringing. Okay, like yeah, the whole thing. You know what happened to him, but like,
Shame
No,
on
I
you.
don't.
How
What
aren't
hap-
you
I don't know what
embarrassed?
happened
Shame
to him.
on you.
how aren't you embarrassed going out and stage? Like he. I mean, he's still trying to hold Michael Jackson together. You know what I mean? He dresses up like Michael, does Michael Jackson.
Because that's all he got.
But like, why? Who would spend money to see that? Like, it's ridiculous, man. You're making a fool of yourself.
You know what? You know what's fucked up about him? Why I say he's a fucking jerk off. Besides those 23 assholes that are going to see him, who was in the audience? I seen the video, but I ain't giving that cocksucker 2 seconds of my fucking time.
It's mainly,
who was in the audience?
It's mainly a bunch of 40 to 55-year-old women.
A bunch of old fucking
that were in
sluts.
love with him when he was.
A bunch of old fucking
that
sluts.
were in love with him when he was.
Yeah.
young
Maybe
boy.
5 of them people.
Right.
Whoever's opening up for him, it's their family and friends that are still sticking around.
Yeah,
to
don't
watch
nobody
his
care about him. But the only
Come on.
time I've heard of him, besides doing some stupid shit somewhere for attention, doing the Michael Jackson shit,
Right.
is when they talk about him on a bonfire.
Yeah, that was funny.
And then
That was
he
great.
hears about it, and then he's always got some bitchy shit.
And he's so
to say to
serious
him.
about it, dude. Like
Yeah,
he
like-
thinks he's like a rock god, man.
He thinks like somebody gives a
dude,
fuck
you're
about
so
him.
far
Also,
from
he always
that.
talks about all these super crazy secrets he's harboring about like executives. He said would destroy
Yeah,
Hollywood.
He's
He-
lucky he's still
Like,
did
get
love
over
it.
yourself, dude.
He's
Yeah,
sad as
if he
it
knows
is
that
for me
shit,
to
he
say
is. Yeah.
He should be quiet. Because I remember years ago, I heard that a couple of his bandmates were quitting because of the shit he was saying. They were scared that they were going to get whacked.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's like,
yeah. It just I heard it's torture for those the Angels in his band.
The
Like,
fuck, and you saying he was in some good movies. And
yeah.
the movies
There's
were
a lot of
popular.
good movies.
They were good when you were 10 and 12. Have
Yeah.
you watched them in the past?
Goonies is still good.
Goonies is a classic.
But
The
like-
Lost Boys is still good.
all right,
I,
but look,
I haven't watched that in a long time.
It's good. I just watched.
But a lot of those movies that we hold high out of
Stand by.
because they were when we
Stand
were
by
little
Me.
kids. Yes,
There's a lot
in
of
that.
good movies, dude. If you think
Classic.
about it.
Yeah,
There's a lot
but-
of movies.
But a
There's
lot
no-
of shit that we watch don't hold up. You can't watch it now because it sucks.
but there's
I mean-
no
But
Corey
Corey
Feldman.
Feldman was great in
Yeah.
fucking Stand By Me. He was.
great.
But there's no Corey Feldman movies. though.
You Bite your ear off.
There's no movie you're gonna be like this starring Corey Feldman
Right.
and just Corey Feldman. No, he's in a good ensemble cast movies. The only
Yeah,
movie
you're
he
right.
was really
You're right.
the only movie he actually starred in that I can think off the top of my head was Friday the 13th Part 4, where he played Little Tommy Jarvis.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
And he was the main character in the movie.
He was good in Stand By Me, but other than that, he wasn't
But he
good for
wasn't-
nothing
yeah, but
but
he-
being Michael
right.
Jackson's pincushion.
But like I said, he wasn't the star. There was several stars in every Corey Feldman movie. There's an ensemble cast. So
Right, yeah.
who the fuck is he?
That's another.
Right, yeah.
Another thing is
He's just a piece of a
And without
puzzle.
the other Corey, he was nothing.
True, that's what
he was-
made him popular.
Like
What was the other
if
Corey's name?
I was to see Corey Feldman, he'd say it should have been you.
Yeah, Corey Haim.
Should have been you.
License to Drive.
Corey Haim should be alive right now.
Rest
Should have
in
been
peace.
you rotten.
You know what another thing I can't understand about him is Michael Jackson, you know, whether he was or wasn't, he's labeled as a pedophile, right?
We
Right?
don't discuss politics,
Yeah.
religion. Like
We already
He
talked
dresses
about
up.
all of them.
He's
Go
on
ahead.
stage
Right.
dressed like Michael Jackson,
difference.
right? How come nobody's bitching about that? Like you're,
Because he fucking liked it. Would you dress like the guy that molested
but like
you?
I'm talking about
Well, you
America.
might
How-
be.
you're putting Michael Jackson on a pedestal who was a pedophile, right?
Yeah.
But you're dressing up and like worshiping him, and like, yeah, I don't know.
Well-
I feel like America speaks up about everything else, but then when they they have an opportunity to speak up about something, you don't speak up.
If this was to happen right now and it got leaked out that Bruno Mars may be investigated for some shit with little kids, he'd be canceled,
absolutely.
jail, locked up, ain't allowed to
He's
buy
a talented
shit,
young
play
man,
his
though.
shit.
Well, yeah, that's
100%.
That's it's some bullshit with Michael Jackson. Fuck Michael Jackson.
He sold them.
I was
little
a
kids,
huge
them,
Michael Jackson fan.
them
Everybody
fucking
was.
families of them kids sold their fucking soul for that measly 20 grand, 40 grand, 40 million each.
Yeah,
but
that
everybody
they got
thinks
to
there's
drop
some,
them lawsuits.
Everybody thinks there's like conspiracies and shit that Michael Jackson was about to buy Sony and they killed him and this and that. And
yeah, I heard that. Yeah.
whatever. Oh, that's fine and dandy, but and then it conspiracy about these kids were all paid to say this because of relating to this, relating to that.
Right.
That kind of shit really irks
There's
me.
weird videos that you can see because they were saying that, the doctor killed him or whatever, like overdosed him or whatever. But then there's somebody that leaked a video of outside of the hospital that he was supposedly taken to. An ambulance pulls up, and him and somebody else sneak out and like go into this back door. It kind of looks like it could be Michael Jackson.
Yeah.
But then there's another video
How ironic.
later on of a selfie like that of his daughter took, and it looks they're in a car, but you could see in the back kind of looks like Michael Jackson's in the back seat type shit. So it's one of them things like Elvis is alive. And
They're all on
Tupac's
Epstein.
alive.
They're all not dead. They're all on Epstein's Island.
Right. Good, bad. I just enjoyed when McDonald's put out his tribute sandwich.
Yeah, what was that?
It was a 40-year-old meat inside 8-year-old buns.
Oh.
Yeah. Well, when they did, cremate him and they melted him down,
But,
made him into Legos so little kids can play with him for a change.
Yeah.
Please Touch Museum at Michael Jackson
Exhibit.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Don't interrupt me.
You're not a big conspiracy guy, huh? I talk to you about
that's-
conspiracies, and you shoot them all down.
He don't like nothing.
No,
Yeah.
that's not 100% true. I believe in conspiracies. I'm the first fucking conspiracy guy. I ordered a History's Mysteries DVD
Oh, shit.
15 fucking years ago about the Bilderbergers. And
I don't know who they are.
I know I got a little scared after I said it, but I got excited. But no, I believe in conspiracies that have validity.
Right.
That the Earth is not flat or the Earth is not round shit.
Right.
And 9/11 didn't happen shit.
Right.
That kind of shit is stupid. There's no knowledge to it. The conspiracy theories of secret people running the world is fucking true because they have it on paper. For those of you that don't know, and if anything happens to me,
This is him speaking, not us.
but no. Yeah, like I believe in that kind of shit. Like there are more powerful people than the people we know about. I believe in that kind of shit, not the ridiculous Facebook
It
internet
goes down
shit.
to even just say Norristown Council. You got your council members, right? There is somebody behind them pulling some strings that we don't know about. I mean, everybody knows there's behind the scenes things going
Yeah,
on.
and it's always money.
And what are you gonna do? You can't fight it because we don't even know who these people are. But there's people doing it.
It's everywhere.
That's everywhere.
everything.
We don't even
don't
have a
have-
mayor because it's so fucking corrupt.
Well, we don't have one crook. We have 7.
I think LeBlanc was like the last mayor, wasn't he?
I mean, like we said, I don't.
Yeah.
Hakeem Jones
A
is
real
still on
crumb.
on the
my
council.
grandpa's
He's a
funeral.
good dude. I don't know the rest of them. He's a good dude.
I'm so easily persuaded that when it comes to conspiracy, somebody will come to me they can have a great case for the Earth is flat, right? And I'll be like, man, that's real. And I'll be like, I'm a flat earther now, right? And then
Jesus Christ.
But listen, but then I'll talk to you and you'll be like, this is why it's not. I'll be like, yeah, you were wrong. Then this, you know what I mean? I flip flop so.
Yeah.
it's
Did you
so-
see the video recently of the flat earther measuring and lining the shit up?
No.
He got 2 big planks of wood and he cut a hole in them, exact same height and everything. And then he set up a laser going dead center or whatever, expecting it to go
Straight.
I don't know, 1,000 yards or whatever.
Right.
But then when the other thing was down lower or up higher, however it would be on a
Curve of the earth.
Yeah. He was like, wait a minute. He checked it and was like, see? He was like, wait a minute. then he hit somebody up, whoever was on the other end or some shit. And he was like, wait a minute. Like, and that just cracked me the fuck up. Like, yeah, you dumb motherfucker.
See, I believe in round earth. That's all it took.
Yo, did you know that if, taking some loads like twice a day can help you cure cancer? So,
Jesus.
Are you trying to start a conspiracy theory to get your dick sucked?
Right, because if he's falling for anything, he'll fall for
Twice
anything.
a day?
Twice. Well, yeah,
That's
because
ambitious. That's really ambitious.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, not just for me. I was trying to help you guys out too. Why- I mean,
Yeah, you are
right.
a friend. Now, Chris is a good friend. He's the kind of friend that goes and gets 2 blowjobs and comes back and gives you one. Good job, buddy.
You really know how to work a load.
Hey, I'm a people person.
Yeah, that's true.
I deal with the people.
You really are. You really
Yeah.
are. You're really shining.
Yeah, man, you're a people person, all right. Let's take it to the Reynolds Rant segment of our show. Off the cuff, freestyle. What's pissing you off today, bruh? Reynolds Rant
Let's
time.
hear it.
Well, what pisses me off today, I won't even say it really pisses me off, but it really fucks with my head. How maybe I'm going to go ahead and say you take the long way for everywhere we go. We can't, like, he has it just locked in his head that we're going this way no matter what.
G.P.S.
No matter what, there's a shorter way. It doesn't matter. He knows that way. That's the way he's going, and that's all there is to it. And I'm like, we pass by roads all the time. We go all the way down, down, back down this way. So I guess a lot of you won't understand that. So it's not really relatable, I don't think. But I'm basically.
Well, look, I can break it down to you. I know what it is, and it is GPS, right? I'm from this area, and I'm getting old. When you get old, you get set in your ways, just habits. You don't even think about it. Like when I leave Jerry's house, to go to my house, I have to make a left. To go to Chris's house, it's way faster for me to make a right, but I always make the left. It's only a 1 block difference, but what's the fucking difference? But it is GPS that why I go that way, because I'm from this area.
Right.
Let's be honest, Chris doesn't live in the nicest of areas in our town. So my GPS kicks in because I know your neighborhood, and that GPS doesn't give me directions. It's called the Guinea Protection System, and I'm protecting this guinea by going around the neighborhoods I shouldn't be in. I'm not a cool 17-year-old bopping around these neighborhoods I shouldn't be in anymore. I'm an old white dude in a fucking Honda Pilot bouncing around, looking like I'm, looking for something I shouldn't be looking for.
Right. Yeah. You know what the funny thing is,
thought of that.
dude? I'm standing on my porch. I just got home from work. I turn around. Cop pulls up, and these 2 little kids. They can't be more than like 10. Start walking up. He pulls right up on him. Jumps out of his car. Says, "Pull your shirts up."
What?
Made him spin around.
Good.
Little kids.
Good.
And they ran. They put their shirts up, spun around, ran. I'm like, oh man.
What'd they run for?
Somebody had a gun.
Yeah.
Somebody did. I'm like, man. I love this neighborhood. This, you could say anything, but suburban, nice neighborhood. Nothing happens. What? Somebody's dog gets hit by a car once in a while, or a cat, or the dog.
That's what you look forward to in a neighborhood. You psycho.
I need stuff to happen. Well, if nothing, what else is going to happen?
Yeah,
the milkman's going to bang everybody's wife in the neighborhood. That's
Randy Jeffries is going to come
he's
through.
gonna come through and bang everybody's grandmother.
living in a quiet suburban neighborhood, if you're looking for excitement, yes, it's very boring. But the flip side of that coin is 1:30 in the morning, you hear something that could potentially be somebody trying your door, or it could just be the Thanksgiving wreath.
I got 3 cats
in the window.
They're not getting in.
And you don't get, you don't have
Killer
to
cats.
jump for your gun so fast.
Well, I never worry about that. I never actually never even came to mind anything about that. I do hear it once in a while, like there'll be a gunshot and the cops will come and they'll say like, "What did you hear anything?" Or And I'm like, no. They're like, did you see anything? Like, I'm like, no. I'm not gonna
Fucking
let me look out the window and see like,
Yeah. Let me ID the suspect before the cops get
Are those
here.
gunshots?
Yeah. I'm sleeping.
Yo, I got a Ring doorbell, and there's like a community, like a board, I guess, type shit. So somebody will I heard 3 loud bangs on like, any street in town or up between, my house and East Norton. And somebody will they were gunshots, dumbass.
But like, I'm numb to that kind of thing. Like, I've been numb to that kind of thing and any of that stuff for a long time. I remember in the early 90s, at like Guido's or whatever, when it was actually, you could actually go in and they had the back room open.
Yeah,
you could actually sit down in there.
You can't sit down in Papa Guido's at all no more?
You can't even go in. You go in the little vestibule and they take your order at the window. Or in the summertime, they got the window outside. They'll take your beer order or whatever there, or your food.
No
the
shit.
junkies ruined that.
Yeah?
Yeah, they were there falling asleep and shit.
When they first built that little glass thing in there with the little gumball machines and all that stuff, the little handicap thing that they put in, and then, the glass doors.
Right.
That's when our buddy lived next door to there. I don't know how I acquired a big, like, Vietnam-style smoke grenade, but I had one and lit it and threw it over the bush just to make it into the parking lot. It'd be funny, but it landed inside of that thing. Oh, man, she was so mad at me.
I bet.
But like,
I felt like shit. Real crumb.
Right. But the lady, so 2 hookers were fighting in the back.
There ain't nothing better than that.
I'm not even joking. They were. I don't know if they were hookers. They were.
They're hookers for the sake of the story.
Probably hookers.
Yeah, they were hookers, trust me.
And I say to the lady, I guess I wasn't thinking about it. I just said, and it was I think Anna's sister or whatever. I said, there's a big old brawl going on back there. And she thought that was the craziest thing, that I was just so calm about it. Like, well, what do you want me to be like? Oh no, oh Lord, they're fighting in the back. No, I don't care. I've seen it too many times. It's not really like.
Yeah, I'm not breaking this.
I'm not breaking it up. I'm not even touching any of that.
Yeah.
So what do you want? Like,
you don't know what you're gonna get.
I was like, I'm like, if you want to do something about it, guy, I just want to let you know. I don't know how you didn't hear it.
They're gonna bust your place up.
But they shut the back room down first, and then COVID, they used an excuse to shut the whole thing down. Now you can't even go in,
right,
at all. Like, but it's kind of got to be a pain in the ass though for them, like the line or they're
what do they care,
dude? When I used to work there, at least once a month, they would fall asleep there, the junkies, right? But at least once a month, somebody would be OD in the bathroom or. They get so fucking high they nod out in the bathroom. It's fucking nuts, man.
Like she let me use the bathroom because she knows me.
Yeah.
But like anybody, like she knows everybody.
Right.
So anybody she knows is gonna be a problem. No, you can't use the bathroom.
Right.
She's a cool broad.
You know what's so fucked up about the state of the world we live in? Wawa. Well, I heard about it, Wawa's, but I'm sure it's across the country. They've been putting black lights in the bathroom so people can't see their veins.
See what?
See their veins in public bathrooms.
Oh, that's smart.
Or so they can see all the jizz all over.
Yeah, right.
Either way.
Yeah, it's win-win.
That's what I was
Nobody's
initially thinking. I didn't think about the vein. I didn't know that was a thing.
No,
that's what you thought. Like, oh, I can't jerk
initially,
off in here.
Now I'm like, fuck.
You gotta be a real crumb to jerk off in Wawa. I mean, you can't hold it to go home.
Well, you gotta get one out of the way. You gotta
listen.
Get one out.
Who are you to judge?
Yeah, that's true, but
I come anywhere I want.
Shit.
Wawa.
Yeah.
I think that's Indian for masturbation or something.
What is his name? Is like Dick Wood or something. Ain't
His
it?
name is Dick Wood. Yes.
Can't beat it.
It is Dick Wood.
That's right. Can't beat Dick Wood.
Can't beat him, join him.
That's it.
But anyway, I think that's all I got.
All right. Well, that looks like that's the end of this week's episode of the Crumb Show, folks.
They go faster and faster.
Thanks, folks.
Telling you, time flies when you're having fun.
It is.
Tune in next week. And once again, Tuesday nights, Soul Joel's Comedy Club.
Don't forget it.
Jesse Marchese, Chris Reynolds, and we'll be hosting and performing. These guys will be in attendance. Hopefully, we can get enough. We can get Fats in one of these times to go up on stage.
I got some stuff written. I mean, if I keep writing and not performing, I'm gonna have like 3 hours soon. I gotta get up there.
Good. You'll be ready for January 3rd.
We need 5 minutes from you. Calm down.
I got 5 minutes. I definitely got 5 minutes.
So it's 2 minutes longer than your sex life.
Oh, okay. Well,
that's saying a lot.
All right, folks. Catch us next week, and tell your Crumb friends to subscribe
and hit the like button.
Hit the like
comment.
Button. All right.
Merry
Thanks for tuning in.
Merry Christmas.
Love yous.